Is there anything close to stem cells for poor people? Well, what's an affordable way to get stem cells? It's almost like you planned that. But yeah,
Exactly.
how does that work?
Well, in the world of stem cells, you can go get, let's say, 200 million stem cells for, all this economics better than I do, Dave, but for like 15, 20, $25,000. And what I have developed is a way to release your own stem cells. And if you do this for a month, just one bottle of Stemregen Release, and you'll release 300 million of your own stem cells for 189. I mean, it's like to tap into to bring a technology of that magnitude and make it so affordable, and I'm not sure what best can we do.
So by comparison, when I get, say, 100 million stem cells, and I don't do stem cells in the United States, which is a whole different issue because there's legal reasons that the quality and, what I would consider to be just the risks in the US are much higher unless you're doing your own stem cells, which is very expensive. So I prefer to leave the US where I can get, if I'm going to do any external stem cells. So in the US, oh, by the way, so when I leave, it's going to cost 5 to 10 and up $1,000 to get 100 million stem cells. Stemregen releases 300 million, so 3 times more. It's $189. And these are coming from your own bone marrow, from your own body. And so there's differences between external stem cells. I think there's use case for them. This is something, though, like I injured my neck this weekend. My girlfriend jumped up and grabbed me, which was great. And there was a little too much weight on the neck, right? So I took 6 of them this morning, somewhere around that, because I'm like, I'll just heal faster. So this is a way to do it on a regular basis. So 10 million per dose. So you get a bottle each day. You take the 2 pills, you're getting 10 million. So like this is a real hack to make them more affordable.
Yeah, and I don't want to get into the discussion. I'm saying me personally, I don't want to get into the discussion of saying it's better than or how it compares to, but it's just that you cannot go and get it. Like you could not now decide or make the decision because you've had this issue with your neck. Let's not go to Costa Rica to get another injection. I mean, you can't do that in day-to-day life. So having the ability of suddenly triggering the release of your own stem cells on demand whenever needed, it just brings this whole technology to a whole new level in terms of overall quality of life, and then a lot of health problems as well. But generally, just like the overall quality of life gets elevated.
It does, and my parents take this stuff every day. And so you're kind enough to send some for them. My parents are pretty old and have all kinds of health problems. And, typical parents are like, well, we've been taking it for a month and we can't tell if it's working, but we feel better. Can you send us more? Right. And so the idea that they can't tell, but they feel better. Like, well, you can tell. That's why you're asking for more. Come on, guys. Let's just face it. Here's a question from Zulian Zaya, who says, can you just talk about how it all works? So, Christian, could you do just a real brief stem cell primer for people while I take my nicotine?
Okay. So stem cells are, and that's really the key message, it is so profoundly simple, but it seems difficult because it is so new. And it's simply to understand, just like the human body as an immune system, the human body as a repair system in exactly the same way. If you have a cold, you want to boost your immune system. Well, you have something that is not functioning optimally. You want to boost your stem cells. The way to boost stem cells in your ability to repair is to put more in your blood circulation, so more are available to participate in this whole process of tissue repair. So I discovered about 24 years ago for the first time, and then since then a number of others, but plants and plant extracts that trigger the release of our own stem cells. So just like you have plants like echinacea that stimulates the immune system, there are plants that stimulates the release of stem cells. So Stemregen Release is a blend of those plants. You take 2 capsules, you will release within 2-3 hours about 10 million of your own stem cells. It's really that simple. We just boost the body's ability to repair.
All right, some more cool questions here. Will I get a benefit if I only do a month of Stemregen here and there throughout the year?
I'm pretty sure that yes. And I'm taking it every day because over the years, doing all that research, there's something that has become to me like profoundly obvious. We lose cells every day. If you want to maintain the health that you have today for decades to come, you need to offset that cellular loss every day. So you need to replace the cells that are being lost, and that's how you keep that balance between degeneration and regeneration in the body. So I'm doing this every day now for the past 20 some years. But if it's relevant and meaningful for health to go and get an injection of 100 million stem cells, well, releasing 300 million in a month means it's also very relevant. So by looking at it from that angle, I would say, yeah, if let's say you're in 30s, 40s, maybe you do this, I don't know, at the changes of season. 4 times a year, you do this for a month.
Yeah.
As you get in your 50s, maybe you want to do this every other month. And thereafter, maybe you want to do this, every month and do this like all the time. Just understanding that the development of every single age-related health problems is caused fundamentally by this decline in the number of stem cells in circulation. The studies are out there. So to prevent that from happening, well, you just put more stem cells in circulation every day once you've crossed that age, that kind of the age where age-related problems starts to be an issue. Let's say past 45. That's something we should all do.
Want to release 300 million of your own stem cells? Go to the description now and use the link to get 15% off Stemregen Release. Your stem cells are waiting.